Okay, let's go.
Hello there, Chick Chatters. It has been a while, but we are back with a Sister Wives reaction because the trailer dropped a few days ago, and we've been digesting it for a few days, actually, because a lot is in that trailer. Yeah. It ping-pongs all around, but it was insane.
Let's start off with the most craziest thing that they leave us on, which is blame yourself if I don't love you. Blame yourself.
Wow.
Has anyone ever heard that before?
It's insane. You can just lose feelings for people for any reason. It doesn't have to be that person's fault. And if that's the case, then why even keep Mary around for 30 freaking years? I don't understand that if it's always been confusing since day one. It hasn't, sir. I read part of that Sister Wives book, right? It wasn't confusing for that long. You asked to marry this woman. Yeah. You guys were only dating each other at the time. You guys were still young. You could have easily moved on to somebody else.
Yep.
But just because you have changed your mind over time and decided that Mary is the problem and Mary is the villain in this relationship, the catfishing thing was such a big deal, then you should have dumped her then. You should have dumped her a long time ago and not just let this woman hang on by a thread for the hopes of a hug from you and stuff. She put on a coat and she was like, oh, it's a hug from Cody. And it's like,
that was sad. That was sad to see. But yeah, I mean, obviously Cody's going to continue to Cody in season 19. I don't think anything is going to change, unfortunately. I wish it would. I mean, he has 3 out of 5 wives now that are seriously leaving. One of them is already remarried, but in the process of meeting her future husband in this season. And you have Cody pretty much starting off the whole trailer with just asking, I don't know where things went wrong and I don't know what went wrong. Like, sir, there are YouTube videos, articles from all kinds of People magazine, and everyone's explaining what you did wrong. Watch the last 18 seasons. Check yourself out on Google. We'll tell you what you've done wrong. There's a few things.
There's quite a few things. I mean, you can watch the tell-alls. You can watch your own season back. But
there's a lot of resources out there for you, Cody Brown. So if you're confused, it is your fault. And welcome from our gypsy people if you're coming over here.
Oh yeah, it is definitely your fault, Cody, that all this is going down. You did not give all of your wives the proper attention, and you did not take care of them, any of them, besides maybe Robin. And she's even frustrated too. She's looking at him like, I'm losing respect for you. And sometimes I'm like, is that a front, Robin? Are you actually losing respect for this man? Because you probably should have started losing respect for this man when he was already neglecting his wives.
Exactly.
I mean, you act like this all came out of the blue. Girl, this has been going on for a decade.
Yeah. Well, really that, yes. But like, the serious stuff, like the real breaking up of the family has been happening for at least 3 or 4 years now. It is pretty bizarre that all of a sudden Robin is losing respect for him because she sat at the table with him and Mary last season and watched him talk to Mary the way that he talked to Mary. And maybe that's her reaction to all of that. I don't know exactly when in time that happened, but yeah, she should be losing respect for him. Cody has been handling this horribly. I don't know how you handle 3 divorces at a time in a healthy way. I don't know. That must be very hard. But he's not doing nothing but blaming everybody else.
Well, he was asking Mary for that divorce. Christine and Janelle, is the ones he's really dealing with. And he's not even really dealing with them that well.
So are we gonna see him truly try to stir things back up with Janelle? Do you think that's a real thing, or do you think that that's just kind of like maybe he's even joking? Sometimes he's funny like that.
Well, I think part of him, even though he said a bunch of crap at the tell-all, I think part of him still does want to try with Janelle. I mean, I
think so too.
Especially now with Robin and him not getting along, he's like, listen, you're the only person I actually get along with most of the time. Maybe we should work this out. But that energy should have been done like 2 years ago. I don't know why you're coming at this now. And let me just say, in this scene, when Janelle's sitting there, she's got the biggest chicken sandwich I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
I'll send you a photo of it. I was like, what is this sandwich? I want to eat it. It looks like the most beautiful bun. Looks like the Dimmadome from Timmy Turner. It's bigger than the cup of soup. It's huge. I sent you a photo. It looks like they're at that house restaurant thing.
That is a
too.
big sandwich. Is that chicken though? What is that?
It has to be chicken. I thought it was a burger, but it looks like a chicken sandwich because I eat chicken
Maybe
sandwiches
it's a
a lot.
turkey patty.
Oh, maybe. It's some kind of chicken or turkey
Patty.
type sandwich, but it's
Yeah.
huge. Yeah, and it's definitely at that house restaurant. They must have took notes trying to stay away from the Mexican restaurant that they always go to.
I'm so angry with this sandwich right now.
Well, because Cody's spitting some crap at.
If this is what you look like when your ex-husband / husband is asking you to come have a second chance, the second chance isn't happening.
My feeling is that she really went there to meet up with him to talk about buying her out of the property and how this is going to look like moving forward. And this man came
Like,
to it.
Together.
It doesn't even look like this man sat down yet. He just came in and was like, well, I think we can work this out between us, after everything and after all I said about you on the tell-all. I think we can do this, huh? What do you think?
Just comes in nonchalantly, no accountability, no apologies. Just, hey, have you thought about getting back together? I could totally see Cody doing that.
How do you feel about me leaving a few things at your apartment and not talking to you for a few months again? Why don't we just go back to that?
Yeah, I could hang a couple things on the walls if you like.
Well, I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing here. I'm not laughing. I haven't been laughing.
Yeah, let me not call any of our children and stuff, but I'll just get back with you. My problem isn't with Janelle, it's with her kids. And it's like, those are your kids. So they're not everybody else's kids. There's Mary's kid, I guess. And then there's Janelle's kids, Christine's kids. They're all your children. You even adopted some of these children. They're your children.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
They had a whole family bonding unity. Everyone signed their names. They called it the Cody Brown family because he's the thing that makes them all together.
Yes. And if you're going to stop holding your family together, don't be sitting here seasons later like, I don't know what went wrong. After a couple seasons ago, you're like, I don't even care anymore. I'm not even going to try. You gave up. You openly gave up.
Them all he's like, at this point, my family's just standing in the way of my goals and blah, blah, blah.
Yes. And it's like, well, then let them all go. And what are your goals now, Cody? What are your goals? Your cameo and stuff?
His goals are now to just out how his family has left him in the dust and sit there and wonder why.
And overcharge people on Cameo. $150 just for a hello from him.
Yeah. Or a rant. I saw on YouTube somebody posted a 3-minute cameo he did just talking about nothing. They weren't even talking about what they asked him to talk about.
I'd want my money back.
Telling me, oh, he's talking about his hair. That's what he was talking about.
Oh, something's going on with his hair, but it's neither here nor there. The interesting thing is that obviously they left the whole Garrison situation out of the trailer, and I don't think that they were going to put that in the trailer. I do think they're going to touch on that in the season, but it is going to be pretty heavy when that happens. Yeah, I can only assume that that's going to be real heavy to watch them go through it. I don't know when they're going to put that in the season. I don't know when that happens in the chronological order of things, because it seems like we're starting off with Racine and David's second or third date, and
that's what's concerning to me is it seems like we're starting real far back, almost 2 years ago,
at least
a year and a half ago, because it took Christine and David a year to get married, and we've already seen that on TV. So it's been filmed, edited. They've been probably together almost 2 years, I would guess, at this point. So that's where we're starting, and everything that happened with Garrison just happened
in March,
4 months ago, 3 months ago. So we're going to be covering almost 2 years in season 19. So I know you and I have talked about this. I don't know if we have on our channel, but just talking about Sister Wives, they tend to jump kind of month to month. Their episodes aren't a couple of months or a couple of weeks. They are over the course of a year. So that's what worries me a little bit is I feel like we're going to get a lot of choppiness and not a whole story of what's going on with these families, because now they're all split apart. So it's even less cohesive. And we're jumping time very quickly. It makes me wonder how much detail we're going to get, but I'm here for whatever. I need to know all the stuff.
Well, I feel like these people are the opposite of Gypsy, right? Who lives a year and a day. They live
That's true.
a week in 6 months or something.
True. They take a long time to do things.
Very long time to do things. That's why that land only has a bench on it. And it wouldn't be a trailer if we didn't see Robin crying on a bench. So
you're right.
Glad we got that. We still got that going on for us this season.
When she calls herself the idiot that got left behind, I just about lost my bananas. I was like, I cackled because I feel like that's what everybody kind of thinks. but I didn't know she knew that.
Well, she's kind of been the one, though, that, I mean, she's known that this is going on. You know how much time a man is spending in your home, so you had to know this was coming. So really, aren't you the winner of all this? Didn't you kind of want this in a way? Maybe.
That's why I didn't know that she knew that we all thought that about her, because I thought she was so far in her head that she did think she won everything. But now I think she's losing respect for Cody. She's seeing how he's dealing with all of this. And I think the mask is coming off for her of what she really has idealized Cody to be since day one. And he's just not that. I
Yeah.
thought he was for a while. I was fooled the first 10 seasons. Robin was fooled. I think a lot of people thought the first 10 seasons, wow, this guy's great. He's doing the best he can. He really cares. He's really trying. Not everybody's perfect. And then this guy just started spiraling, just complete.
Well, he's so angry right now that it's even trickling onto Robin. And I think before, even if he was pissed off with the other wives, he was still able to put on for Robin. And now there's nobody else to take his anger out on. So it's got to be Robin. So she's got to be buffering right now, because now all of a sudden this man is angry all the time. And she's not putting two and two together. She's like, has it always been like this? Are things not what I think they were? Am I the idiot that was left behind?
Sure are.
And it's because, girl, he's been treating you differently, and now you're seeing how he's been treating everybody else.
Exactly.
Welcome to the club.
Welcome to the Brown family, Robin.
Yeah, you're finally here. Now you're not getting that special treatment anymore. Now you're his only wife. And it seems like they're having a little party. I don't know what it's for. Honestly, I'm not sure. It might be that Gwendolyn party that you were talking about or whatever.
Somebody's getting married or graduates or something. Gwendolyn is doing something. And it did actually cause some, I can't remember. It's been a while. Yeah, they're covering a long period of time, but it did cause a little bit of drama, I think, internally with the family, the people that were there, or the way the filming went down or something like that. I'm sure it'll come to my mind when we actually watch the season, but yeah, it caused some behind the scenes disturbances, I heard. Maybe a chick chatter knows.
It seems like at this party we get David meeting Cody for the first time, which is interesting, and it looks like this is where Mary seems to reconnect with Janelle and Christine, because you see her hugging Christine, and you also get a scene of her meeting up with Janelle to talk about something or other. So it seems like their relationships are getting better. I'm not saying that they're great, because Mary's like, I ain't taking a side. I'm not in the ex-wives club, and I'm not on Robin and Cody's team. Well, you definitely on Robin and Cody's team, because with that little conversation between you and Cody, I would be off in that guy.
She should be taking a side. She should be in the ex-wives club. I think that
she's an ex-wife.
Yeah,
she's a literal ex-wife too. She's the only legal ex-wife.
Right. And Janelle and Christine haven't always gotten along, and they found a way to bond over what they're going through. And I mean, Mary's the only one that's actually going to go through with the actual spiritual release or whatever, which I think is actually pretty cool. I'm glad that she's doing that. The other two left the religion, so they just didn't want to. So I'm also curious to see the process of that and how that goes.
I think maybe that's why her and Janelle have been communicating too, is because that's something Janelle was thinking about doing. So maybe she's going to get some advice from Mary on how to do that. I thought that was interesting. I cracked up when Mary was like, I gotta get me a man, after seeing it looks like all the chaos happening at that party.
She's probably right. That's why I'm saying she needs to join the ex-wives club, because Mary has a way of isolating herself all the time. I think that that's part of the reason why she never felt part of the family anyways. I know that she didn't have young kids for a long time, and that was difficult, but she isolates herself because of that instead of joins in. And I think she's doing the same thing right now. And she has an opportunity to really not align herself, but have some support from these women who know exactly what she's going through and have lived with her forever, for better or worse. And I think she's doing herself a disservice by isolating herself from, at least being more open to the ex-wives club. Again, I'm not trying to say it needs to be divisive and weird, but it's okay. You are an ex-wife, and there's a reason that you left Cody, and you guys can bond over that. You don't have to hate him forever.
And I'll give her the benefit of the doubt too. We don't know when this is said in the series. Maybe this is said in the beginning and she does change her mind. I don't know. This is a trailer, so everything's all mixed and mashed up. So we don't know the timeline of anything. I do want to say that I'm very mad at Cody for not telling her all these years that he's like, it's been confusing since day one. It's like, well, then you've really destroyed this woman's life, because she only wants to have a bunch of kids. And had you just told her maybe in the 90s that you didn't want to be with her anymore, you didn't want to have kids with her, she might have found somebody that was actually going to put in that effort with her, whether it's in vitro, or whatever, and she could have got that done. But because you had other wives, you were focused on everywhere else. So it didn't matter if you dealt with Mary that day or not. I don't know. I just feel like you did this woman a huge disservice, and you're not even going to take accountability for that. And that's really sad on top of it. You can't even be like, you know what? Yeah, I messed up. I should have been more honest about my feelings back then and whatever. Instead, he's looking at her like,
he blames her. If I don't love you, then that's your fault.
Yeah. I'm surprised anyone loves you, Cody. I mean, I can't believe you even got 4 women the way that you be acting now.
I think Robin is struggling. Obviously, she has love for him. None of his wives love him anymore. That's very clear. He has pretty bad relationships with all of his children. Even McKelty has held on by a little thread, and he's not keeping that relationship well. I don't think very many people really care for him anymore. What a sad thing, right? To have like 18 kids, 4 wives, and nobody wants to talk to you, and you're still sitting here trying to blame everybody else. Guess what? Everyone else is hanging out. All your wives have gotten over their stuff. They're hanging out. All your kids have moved on. They all see each other. Everybody wants to hang out and be with each other except for be with you.
Yeah, the Civil War you're referring to is just you against the world, because
You
nobody
against
else
your
is really
family.
in Civil War.
Yeah. It's just nuts.
So I suffer in plural marriage. Sacrificing. It ain't all beer and Skittles.
He'll spin that as, well, now they have a common enemy in me, so of course they're all getting along. Then why couldn't they get along when we were all together? And it's like, because you didn't really give them a safe environment for that to really happen. It seemed like to pit them against each other.
He's the problem. That's why they couldn't all get along. And he continues to be the problem, and that's why they're not getting along even after the fact.
Yep. So
Cody's trash.
Oof. It was a heavy trailer, and I hope that after what happened with Garrison, that Cody has changed his tune on a lot of things, and I hope that he's a more present father, at least at the end of the day. I mean, that's the least he can be, right? Is a decent dad, and stop, what is it, cutting these kids off once they hit adulthood or whatever. Once they hit 18, he's gonna cut them all off. I highly doubt that's gonna happen with his youngest 2. I bet you anything it don't.
Yeah.
Or any of Robin's kids.
Yeah,
because
I know he still has oldest girl. I'm pretty sure she's still living in that basement in their little weird mansion.
When he was telling Janelle to kick out their kids because of COVID or whatever, it's like, you have adult kids and Robin's home that you're not kicking out. And he's like, well, they're abiding by the rules. And it's like, okay, but at some point they'll go to school and everything too. And this is, I don't know, it's ridiculous. I go on about this for days, but yeah, that trailer was a lot. The season's going to be premiering, it looks like September 19th, if I remember the date right.
15th. It's a Sunday, and it will be premiering at 10 p.m. on TLC. So you guys know we will be watching, obviously, and then we will be recording and chatting. So I'm very excited. I can't wait. It is going to be a heavy season, but it's been a long time since we've checked in with the Browns, and they are going to serve us up 2 years plus of some drums. So I'm here.
Yep. So watch with us. And if you like my jewelry, shop with us. I got a little link in the description if you guys want to shop with me. So yeah, we'll catch you on the next one, Chick Chat. We're waiting for the season to premiere. And also congratulate Brooke, because in about 2 weeks she's gonna be a missus.
Yeah, thank you. That's why I'm breaking out in stress rashes.
Oh my gosh. Well, Chick Chat, you have a good one. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and also keep a lookout for our Sister Wives videos. We also have other content, and we'll see you soon.
Yes, by the time Sister Wives comes out, I'm gonna be a wife. Oh my god.
She gonna be her own kind of sister wife.
Maybe no sister wife. Okay. Bye. Bye.